Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. Today we have Natasha back by popular demand.
Yes.
By very popular demand. And today we're going to watch something that neither you or I have ever seen.
No.
So, you know, it's going to be fun.
It'll be great.
We're talking about the second episode of the 80s Dungeons & Dragons cartoon. I covered the first episode like 6 months ago.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite episodes of yours.
Thank you. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so I haven't seen this episode, but we're going to do a follow-up today.
It's going to be great.
If you want to tell them a little bit about what you do, you're a dice maker.
Yeah, I'm a dice maker. I make Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop dice. And that's basically what I do, other than working in the Atlanta film and TV industry in my spare time. Yeah, I make dice, and I actually got into it before I started doing D&D. I started backwards, and so yeah, you can find me on the Folded Crane Dice on Instagram. Yeah, I make dice.
Nice. I like that you started making dice before.
Yeah, before I knew anything about
really
it. And the fun thing was like I was making these shapes, and you know you have to, when you make them, they're in a mold, and you gotta polish them up, and I'm just like, I don't know what this one does. This is a weird pyramidal shaped one. I had issue with the D4. We still have beef because it's very difficult to hold and polish at the same time because you know it's a pyramid. And the pyramidal shaped one, we still have a beef going on.
I remember, like, I could not correlate in my brain before I started playing when somebody said there's a D4, it's a 4-sided dice. I couldn't figure out in my brain how there's a 4-sided dice.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just a pyramid.
Yeah.
But I was like, I sat there for, like, minutes and was like, but how?
Yeah. And it's the funny thing is there's other D4 shapes. It's hard to explain. It's like this. Like a little carrot.
I think I know what you're talking about. They're pretty.
And yeah, and then there's another one that's kind of got it looks like a piece of candy, basically.
Well, and also like your dice are in that bag up there. Yeah. But you have your dice come with the little coin.
Yes.
So you can do a coin flip.
Yes.
Which I think is very helpful.
Yes. We call it a D2, but basically it's a coin, and it's got one on one side, and then mine has my crane logo on the other side. But some people offer it, some people don't. It's not required, but you know it's nice to have.
Yeah, I like it. So I'm just gonna. There's really no way to lead into this.
Let's just dive in.
It's a whole lot. But the funny thing that I will say is that what I don't understand is why they go into the game via a Dungeons & Dragons roller coaster instead of just going in via the game like Jumanji.
Okay.
Wow, neat!
Give me a break.
I would love to get thrown off. Like, I feel like that would add to the suspense of everything. I love the 80s hair. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happens. They just throw, yeah.
Yep.
Where are we?
And they land like in character and everything.
Yeah, before they even choose characters.
Fear not, stranger. Barbarian, magician, thief.
It's like when you have a DM that's just like, this is what you are, and you're like, can I be something else? And they're like, no, that's what this show is.
I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
And so they're stuck in this game of D&D and they can't go home until they complete their entire quests.
Boy, that's rough, especially not knowing anything about D&D.
Cavalier and acrobat.
Why does she look like Xena Warrior Princess?
She does.
So sexist.
They also have her in a very strange outfit that I feel like is a little bit revealing.
Yeah,
but
she's like a child. What's going on?
But I will say, she's my favorite character because she is by far the one that actually knows how to do stuff.
That's fair.
She's the only one that, like, has an idea and then executes it properly. Everybody else is like, what if I shoot a stone wall? That's a bad guy.
Oh.
I am Dungeon Master.
Oh, are you?
We question the authority of the Dungeon Master.
He's so little and...
Your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
A lot to unpack there.
We're less than a minute in. This is just the intro.
It's all coming back to me from when I watched your last video.
It's all coming back to me too. Because I haven't watched it since I did that other video. But the funny thing is... What was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought.
No.
Oh, people who are like more versed in the game would know like the names of all the monsters. I don't know, so I just kind of make up names because I can never remember anybody's name anyway. But like,
to be fair, that's exactly what they did to begin with. So yeah. I mean, you know,
it's my disclaimer so that you can't come for me in the comments.
It must be 120 degrees in the shade, and there isn't any shade.
You can say that again.
With 4 suns up there, what do you guys expect?
4 suns.
It's like Atlanta, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
June in Atlanta.
Yeah, working as background in those heavy, awful.
The Walking Dead, where you're just out in no shade.
And yeah, and in that time that we were doing Avengers, we were doing Infinity War and Endgame at the same time, and they were having us walk in full winter gear in July in front of Piedmont Park back and forth, and we just all wanted to die. And we're
I
like,
didn't have
yeah.
to be there for that day.
Yeah,
I've
well,
heard stories, though.
Yeah, the whole movie industry is all about, not cloak and dagger, honestly. It's smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, it was one of them. I was gonna get there in the end. They actually had us wear multiple layers, and I'm like, it is July. But yeah, Walking
But
Dead.
that shot was really good. When
It was
done.
good. It looked amazing.
I faced the same situation on safari once. I was lost. The sun was baking my brains.
Not his whole body, just his brains.
Just his brains. What is your body for except for bringing your brain from room to room, your head from room to room?
So that's what happened to your brains. Shh. Then what'd you do, Eric?
Simple. Call Dad on the walkie-talkie and our gardener picked me up in the golf cart.
So this kid's thing is that he's really rich and everybody hates him.
Okay.
Dungeon Master told us to keep moving toward the setting suns, and that means this way.
All of them set the same way.
Okay. Because that's physics.
Dungeon Master? We haven't seen that bozo for 2 days.
While we're quoting John Mulaney, nobody said bozo in 1,000 years.
Look!
That's the biggest bug I've ever seen.
It's a scorpion.
The way that it just runs at them with like the tiny little legs just like really quickly.
It's like an oversized crab that's angry at you at the beach, like "Rah!" Rah!" And it's pink.
That's pink.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Only its tail is partially pink. It's like this magenta color.
That scorpion's catching up!
I've never seen this person in my life.
It's like Scooby-Doo.
It just gets faster the more you see it.
Phew, that was a close one.
Where did the dragon come from?
So I guess he ran into this cave-looking thing, and then the dragon was like, "Hey, yo, you didn't knock. Get out of my house." He didn't go in very far. Was the dragon just waiting? And the scorpion, they're tag teaming. That's what it is. They're tag teaming.
Well, see, I think the dragon is the bouncer at the door. He's like security, and he's
Yes.
like, "No, you don't. Not on my watch."
Quick! Get in here! That scorpion's too big to come in after us.
Is it though?
It's a bad day for that guy.
Today's just not your day.
He's like, "Guess I'll die."
We were on a shoot, and I won't tell you which one because, NDAs. But the other day in Atlanta, there was a lot of storms, and we were shooting in a large area, warehouse-like area, and there was a tornado warning. And, well, first of all, there was a tornado warning, and there was a background in front of me, and he was like, "That's fake news." And I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. It is a tornado warning. I don't know where that leap of logic came from, but okay, it's fine." But instead of taking cover, as because we were in a large warehouse that had a lot of windows, we just sort of ignored it. And it was kind of like, I guess I'll die. I guess we'll die. I guess something will happen.
But everybody lived.
But everybody lived. Nothing actually happened. There was a tornado. It just didn't hit us. Like when the fire alarm went off, and
And everybody was just like, huh.
And we just all sat there, and the director was like, "Hold the roll." And then when they finally turned the fire alarm off, they were like, "Okay, rolling." And I'm like, "Are we not gonna go and look?" Like,
It's a big building. We've got a few minutes.
guess I'll die.
I just like that this guy, back to this guy, it was like, "Well, I've exhausted all of my options, so I guess I'll just go with the guess I'll die protocol."
Mm-hmm. At least, he's holding his head up,
Although he does have a helmet, so I don't know what the hands are gonna do to protect the head more than the helmet, but, semantics.
Forget fire. Oh no, this dragon, had blue lightning come out.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing, with blue dragons, they're tied to lightning.
Okay.
Because I know that when I picked out my tiefling, I never say it right, character, I was like, well, you could be the gold dragon and have fire, or you could have the blue dragon and have lightning. And I was very close to picking the lightning, but I decided that I wanted fire.
Aesthetic. I'm glad you have fire, because you're very good at smiting our enemies.
Phew, that was close.
clothes.
Are the clothes what you're worried about in that situation?
Yes.
There's a knight.
He must have saved us.
How can we ever thank you, sir?
Just because he's there, he gets credit?
It's gone. The scorpion's gone.
Look, there's a knight.
He must have saved us.
I also like that they told us everything that happened just in case
we missed it.
we missed it. Yeah.
All in a day's work for a night, you know?
Do they have a school for that?
Yeah, dummy. Night school.
Eric is the worst.
But who are you?
They call me Sir John, official protector of the village of Pendrake.
Pendrake is screwed.
Did you hear what he said? No telling what we may run into.
Wait, isn't he supposed to be he looks like he's supposed to be a knight. Is he a paladin?
They say at the beginning. I could go back, I just don't have the energy.
No telling.
Ah! Dungeon Master!
Oh! He just appears out of nowhere. Bless whoever was animating this. Her eyes are way too close together, and from that angle, just looked very strange. They were like, woman? We don't know how to draw a woman. Give her boobs, it's fine. She didn't need anything else.
There is a sad and desolate land. It is known as the Valley of the Beholder. The Beholder is a foul and evil beast.
Didn't we fight one of those things?
I was just gonna say.
I don't think it was called a beholder, though. It's a one-eyed thing with, like, teeth and a lot of tentacles. We tried not to fight it.
I mouthed off to it and it shot me. Or tried to shoot me.
We tried not to fight it. We tried to get around it, and we would have, except for our DM was like, nah, you have to fight at least something, and we're like, okay, fine. And it shot you, yeah.
Who came up from the underworld and destroyed all things of beauty in the valley.
Yeah, that's the same thing, because it has eyeballs on its little tentacle.
It is the Beholder who guards the passageway to your birth world. You must defeat him.
That was our DM too. He was like, you can't talk your way out of it.
We were
You're
so
not
close, too!
You can't have a non-violent approach to this.
We were so close to getting out of the dungeon, the last dungeon, and, like, we had rolled so well, and our DM was like, nah, you have to be attacked. It's not that easy. And I'm like, but can it be that easy?
You don't get anything.
Oh, brother, here he goes again.
What do you think made them want to animate him to do this?
I don't know. Maybe, like, they wanted to, like, this, is that, like, scaled armor? Like, they wanted to show off?
They designed it and somebody was like, you better show off the fact that I color coordinated.
For only beauty can defeat the eye of the Beholder.
Only beauty can defeat the eye of the beholder. I feel like that's teaching children the wrong message. Only beauty can fix things.
Outer beauty is the most
outer
important thing.
It is.
Whoa, he's gone!
I love the little unicorn.
Yes. I like how he has a pointy little thing, but he hasn't, like, whenever he knocks people over, he hasn't actually skewered anybody yet. It's pretty impressive.
Sir John is in our past, but he may be the key to our future.
I heard Sir John is in our pants.
Oh no.
And I was like, what?
You had a very horrified look. I didn't understand why. I was like, what did I miss?
Sir John is in our past, but he may be the key to our future.
Also, John is in our past, he might also be our future. What kind of fortune cookie bullshit is that?
It's not much better than John in our pants, so.
I think it is. It definitely is a whole lot better. But that doesn't make it good.
It is the decision of this council that a cowardly knight such as you offers this village no protection.
Yeah.
But, sir,
Oh, is he getting fired?
Yes.
And it is our intention to hire a new and braver knight to replace you as soon as one can be found.
A new braver knight. Is that his squire?
Oh, Father, not again. There are no villages left for us to go to.
Oh, this poor kid.
The sins of the father.
I suppose if you were to perform an act of extreme bravery, finally, we might consider letting you stay.
Finally. Wow, the shade.
Your last chance!
The sound effect is just the...
Yeah. The Foley artist.
I don't think I'll ever eat mushrooms again.
I don't think you could eat these mushrooms, Eric.
Yeah, and you're right. She is the voice of reason. Yeah, please don't eat the mushrooms, Eric.
They'd all be dead without her. She does not get enough credit.
Somebody's slurping something.
What's that?
I don't know, but it didn't sound friendly.
Ambient bawling noises.
Wait.
Presto! How about using your magic to throw the light on the subject?
So it's the shadowing, when they're in the... It looks like she's not wearing anything because her skin color in this particular cell frame is the same color as her outfit. It just looks like she's got furry boobs.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Piece of cake.
That was what he first thought of?
He's a magician, but he's not good at it.
Okay, that's fair. All of the candles at once, that's...
I also
wow.
like that the birthday cake candles made that much light.
Oh.
If it's light we need, it's light we'll get.
Oh, he has firework arrows.
This guy is like the character that has like, you know, the player that has like one move?
Yeah.
And they just
Hawkeye!
keep...
Well, Hawkeye in the MCU.
Yeah. But like in like D&D, his one go-to is I'm gonna shoot it with an arrow. If he can't shoot it with an arrow, he's got no...
I can't help ya. Did you ever see the SNL sketch where Jeremy Renner was on SNL? And it was for the Avengers. And they were doing the Battle of New York, and it was right when the first Avengers came out. And he's like, they're like, well, you know, what do? You just shoot arrows. And he's like, well, I've run out of arrows. And he's like, how do you run out of arrows? I've only have 12 arrows. And he's like, but there's so many Chitauri around. And he's like, and I killed 12 of them for you. You're welcome.
It's working.
I don't know how long we can hold them off.
Look out!
Did he just kidnap him and stuff him in a bag?
Whoa!
I can't believe this! We're fighting snails!
Yeah, and losing.
We're fighting snails and losing. I feel like that's my life right there.
Maybe I can.
Oh, and this kid's less helpful. He's like, I hit it with a club. If I
Okay.
can't hit it with a club, then I got nothing.
Okay, I mean, arrows are definitely a little bit more versatile.
By the horn! Oh no!
That's so bad. It's like taking a cat by the tail. I like how it sounds like a goat.
They didn't know what a unicorn was supposed to sound like. He kind of
Animal.
switches between sounding like a sheep and a goat and like a horse.
That was all the sound effects they had. They were going with what they had recorded already.
You know.
Somebody help us! Help! Somebody!
This reminds me of Dr. Seuss somehow.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I thought of the Seven Dwarves like they're just carting them off. Like,
Where do you think they're taking us?
Any place they want to.
Rawr.
I've got to do something brave. Oh, I've got to do it for my boys. Something brave, but what?
I always like to clock like weird lines that you know the voice actor had to go in and do. This one. There's a lot happening.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god!
Like Donkey from Shrek.
It's you.
How is it not burning down the forest?
See, I have to perform a brave act.
The derision from this unicorn. I have to perform a brave act.
Hey, I say, come back with my torch.
It never caught on fire.
No.
If I swing it in a circular motion, that might do something.
To be fair, it did do something.
Yeah, he just kind of held it up like Elmo in that meme, and then they all scattered.
They all the snails had like packs on them bags, but somehow they dropped the children, but they didn't drop the packs. Did they just get too lazy and were like, we've already animated the packs, we don't feel like unanimating them?
Work smart, not hard.
Here, we don't have much, but please accept this flower as a sign of our thanks.
Please accept this poisonous probably flower that I just picked from the poisonous forest.
Actually, Sir John, you saved us the trouble of coming to find you.
I like that his title is Sir John and nothing else.
Nothing else. The flower is the same color as his uniform there. You can barely see it.
Yeah, they weren't good at shading.
No.
You're the bravest man we've met since we've been in this world.
Oh, that's sad. You guys are screwed.
Uni is offended.
Uni's like, I don't know about you guys.
I am? Well, of course, but...
He has a buttonhole there?
Through his chainmail?
Yes.
It kind of looks like a hoodie, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, well.
First, I'll have to go back and get my shield.
Wait! Presto can conjure you up a shield.
Can he, though?
Make up a shield for brave Sir John.
Captain America. It is Captain America. It's just a trash can lid.
I couldn't. That is, I mean, thank you, but...
Sir John is John Walker.
Oh my god! got a better shield than John Walker already.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
And I want to punch him a little bit less.
A little bit less.
Yeah.
And he's got better facial hair.
Never mind, it's a long story. We'll tell you on the way.
Oh, very well.
He didn't take much convincing.
They realized that it was only a 20-minute episode.
Nice beholder. Here, boy.
Here, killer monster.
Come here, killer monster.
Perry legit just peeked around the corner when you did that. And I'm a little concerned.
Don't you think we should have a plan?
Why would we need one of those? We never had a plan.
You make a plan, and I'll make sure that it works.
You make a plan, and I'll make sure that it works.
Boy, I feel like I would like to reverse that. Like, I'll make the plan, and I don't want to have to enforce the plan. I'll just make it.
What am I going to do?
You are going to do exactly as you're told.
Avenger!
Why does it only have one horn on the side of its head?
Does it only have one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
A vampire with one horn.
Again, I'm sure this is like something that like well-versed players are like, it's clearly the this and it has one horn because, you know.
Well, it's like that thing that like it that we battled that one time, and I kept saying, well, where is its private parts? Like, I'm so concerned about the fact that it
Yeah.
You would love to play D&D with us, guys. We are. You can just ask our DM. I'm sure he'll say great things about us.
Yeah, he's for some reason always like sitting in the corner, shaking uncontrollably. I don't know why, but yeah.
Couple mental breakdowns. It's good for the soul, this constitution.
Builds character.
It does.
You will escort those children to the Beholder as they wish, and then you will leave them there.
Oh, he kidnapped the kid.
Oh wait, that was his son. I completely thought that was the little kid with the.
To be fair, I think they use the same model. They just kind of changed a couple features.
That's true. I didn't look at it too closely. I was still concerned about his wing.
Your son will be returned to you.
You see what I mean? Like, this is kind of like a drug trip.
It is.
Which, to be fair, that's kind of just D&D, but like...
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, where did the horse come from?
I don't care what you guys say. I think Sir John is scared.
It looks like he's like leading Sunday school.
It does. It really does.
He doesn't sound so scared to me, Mr. Know-It-All.
Well, if you ask me.
We didn't, Eric. We didn't.
We didn't ask you. Nobody ever asked you. Stop mansplaining to us.
Yeah, Eric is kind of good at the whole mansplain thing.
Well, if it's guarding the gateway home, we have to face it. Let's go.
Best of luck. I must be on my way now.
So I'm gonna dip now.
Hold it a minute, Sir Pal.
Sir Pal? Hold it a minute, Sir Pal.
Also, the guy's just like, it's been real. Have fun, children.
I never said I'd fight him. The rest is up to you.
But Sir John, I thought you were a brave knight.
Why?
I thought you were a brave knight.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
It just sort of was like, yeah, well, you know.
John, buddy, you let us down. It do be like that sometimes. Bye.
Who's surprised? Not me. The contempt.
What a chicken.
If he was any more chicken, he'd sprout drumsticks.
I don't like Eric. Eric is my least favorite.
That must be the Beholder.
Oh yeah, I forgot he shoots laser thingies from his eyeballs. I do remember having issue with that. I don't remember lava though.
Did he like knock something loose and then...
Maybe that's what happened.
Lava?
Maybe that's what happened, because I don't remember him having lava powers. I feel like that's unfair.
These are like level 1 players too. Like, what DM is in charge of this?
What kind of knight am I?
You are a coward, Sir John.
Don't sugarcoat it.
A weakling and a fool.
Never trust a knight in a hoodie is what I'm getting at.
I feel like those are wise words.
Soon, the Beholder will defeat the young ones, and I will have their magical weapon.
He needs another horn.
Your son is here.
Father!
That kid's gonna need so much... All these kids are gonna need therapy, but damn.
He is a brave boy, not at all like his father.
He didn't look great to me, but that was an insult.
What did he mean, Father?
Nothing, son.
Means I'm a bitch.
Help! Help! Somebody help us! Listen, Father! Someone needs our help!
Is it bravery or is it stupidity?
Whoa!
Oh, I don't remember them having that power either. I love how it only has one leg.
Wait, what? Oh.
It's only got her one leg.
Yeah. Electric, though. So, like, his whole everything is metal, so...
He should be screwed, and yet here he stands.
I hate this world!
The one relatable thing he's ever said.
Yeah. He looks a little bit like a Vulcan in that.
He does.
Yeah, just a little.
God, I feel like we're gonna have to cover at some point, you and me, the Star Trek, the cartoon.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's very bad.
Father, look! It's Sir John!
I thought I smelled chicken feathers.
Buddy! What?
We got bigger problems, so we'll just let him have that one.
Timothy, step back. I've got work to do.
With my little shield.
No one has any good plans. His plan was literally, I'm a base jump off this cliff with no weapon. That was his plan.
That was his plan.
Father, look out!
He's trying to be brave, fighting Medusa here.
How'd that work out for him?
How did Dungeon Master think Beauty could defeat the Beholder?
That's it! The flower! Sir John! The flower I gave you! Show the beholder the flower!
The flower.
What?
The flower. Where's the flower?
Where's the... He, like, shoves it in his eyeball.
And he's like, no, not a flower! And then he dies?
Oh, I hope so.
You did it, Father! You did it!
Father, you did it! You shoved a flower in the guy's eyeball.
He melted! So let's unpack that. They came at him with all these different weapons. And at the end of the day, he just... Here's a flower. Can you imagine if that's what... if your DM was like, that was what you had to do the whole time? Would you be mad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would be very upset.
That's it! That's it! The doorway home!
Wait, are they already getting back home?
Bobby, quick! The doorway's closing!
What about Uni?
Because... Oh, what about Uni? Uni doesn't...
She doesn't belong in our world. She'll have to stay with Sir John.
Exactly. Listen to...
Like, if you bring a unicorn back into this world, he's gonna be, like, experimented on and...
Listen to He-Man here. Like, come on now.
He does look like baby He-Man.
He's using my dopey shield to fight Venger?
That was my thought.
Boy, I can almost taste those hamburgers.
He just wants a hamburger.
Huh? Hey, what are you guys waiting for?
He's zoned out. He was so into the hamburger.
It was.
And now, to be rid of you, Sir John.
Oh.
What's this?
Peppa! I just want somebody to cut those two things together and make it into a TikTok sound.
This? Peppa!
A rescue? I don't believe what I'm seeing.
It's like, damn it.
I just wanted burgers.
They just yeeted him.
Like, Team Rocket blasting off again!
How can we ever thank you?
Well, why don't we just call it even, Sir John?
What did he do? I mean, other than the flower, and that wasn't even him. That was the
He
girl.
held up a flower and he held up a trash can lid that they gave him. Both of which were given to him.
Yeah,
and then they
he
saved
brought
his
nothing.
life.
He brought nothing to this, to the table. Like, there's nothing here.
I think we need to vote Sir John off the island.
Reminds me when we were doing dialogue for our zombie short and we were going...
Oh, yeah. I'll have to see if I can find some footage of that and put it in, because it's... Oh. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Wait.
They killed the monster, so the DM's like, you can have grass and stuff.
Yeah, you can't go home, but, like, here's grass.
Sir John, you're a hero! You beat the beholder!
But he didn't do that.
He didn't at all. It was really you, if we want to be honest. You're the one that gave him the flower.
Eric's shield, like the insignia, it kind of looks like somebody was trying to draw the House Stark seal and just, like, didn't know how.
You just sort of half-assed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Me? Nothing doing. It takes a lot more than the beholder to scare me, huh?
First of all, what? Second of all, I'm just now appreciating how when Eric tries to be a good guy, he suddenly turns into a New Yorker.
Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I noticed
the
that.
accent changes a little bit.
It did change. It did change.
Indeed.
The asshole's so proud of himself, too.
Wow.
And I think that's it.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Questions, comments, concerns.
I still want to know how this guy with no qualifications, he wasn't. It was just like, because he had not shown he was not brave, he was automatically labeled as brave, and like I feel like that's not a standard that we should strive for.
And so I guess he's gonna go back to his town.
Oh yeah, they didn't resolve that.
Apparently he's gonna go back to his town and tell them what? I gave him a flower and he died.
Yeah, and like go look at the place and it's beautiful now and that's my proof. Like,
and it's already dead by the time they come back and he just gets kicked out anyway.
The monster respawns.
Oh boy. Oh, question. If you had to make a set of dice specifically for one of the characters, which one would you pick and what would it be?
I like the badass girl.
She's the only one that I really like, because she's the only one that knows how to do anything.
What she's doing. I might give some sort of feathers, put some feathers, like some really cool, pretty brown, peacocky looking feathers, and some dice. Maybe put a little bit of gold foil in there for a little bit of sparkle. And she had that red stone, so I may ink it in some sort of ruby red.
Oh, so like to bring all the colors of her costume together.
Yeah, just sort of
cool.
subtle, but like still get that overall feel.
That's
I feel
cool.
like
I like it a lot.
Sorry, I thought there was a cat down there.
No, I kicked you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I was like, oh hey cat. As you do. But yeah, it's difficult to try and make something, because like for instance, Spider-Man is sort of red, white, and blue, but so is Captain America, and so like you have to kind of incorporate what the costume looks like, and you can use the inking to kind of make it look a little bit different, and yeah.
A lot of characters are red, white, and blue. The more I think about it. Technically, Bucky is also.
Yeah. And Sam is now. Sam was red, white, and sort of yellow before, but
Yeah, and John Walker doesn't get dice, so he doesn't matter.
John Walker doesn't know.
He doesn't deserve anything.
No. John Walker does not deserve anything. The actor, don't hate on the actor, because the actor's cool.
The actor's a really good actor.
I met him on Lodge 49, but like, yeah, so don't hate the actor, hate the character, but the character, no dice for you.
So yeah, on that note, I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say. I just have a lot of confusion.
A lot of confusion, it certainly brought back the Saturday morning cartoon feel, and
I think this came out in 1982, 1983, so like right at the height of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah. It's got that formula.
It was the first episode of my Saturday morning cartoon series that I started, which technically this also is, but they don't go up on Saturday or mornings anymore.
Oh.
They just, they go up when they go up.
Sometimes it be like that.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support the channel means the world to me. Thank you, Natasha, for being back. Apparently, next time you'll have to come back and we'll have to watch something else.
Yeah, maybe the Star Trek cartoon. We might have to unpack that.
That'll be a lot.
It's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around. I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel.
Maybe the Supernatural anime.
Ooh, that's a thing. Oh my god.
It's a thing.
Yeah, we need to do that at some point.
Yeah.